Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Kane. Today I'm sharing an 11 by 8.5 layout single photo. I have lots of scraps, so I'm playing along with Baby Got Scraps. And this is an older collection. This will be the last layout that I create with this collection. I did keep the sticker sheet, one of the sticker sheets. One of them I threw the sticker away. But other than that, I don't have anything else left of this collection. And it was a really cute boy collection. It was by Adorn It, which is an older collection, no longer in business, and it was time to get the rest of it out of my stash. So I have some stamps that I'm going to use on the layout. I have acrylic stars, which are these here that I'm showing, and they are in all the colors that match this layout. And as you can see, I have lots of scraps left. These two papers don't even line up with each other. I believe I had two of these sheets of paper, so that's why I have different pieces. And you can see I have kind of sort of large scraps, but kind of not also. Some of them are like 3 inches, some are, maybe 4 by 5s, but definitely enough to create this last layout and, make it great. So here I have two sticker sheets, and this one here is the one I keep. Some of these ones that I don't use because I think they're usable with another boy collection that I have. This paper here is from my stash, and I can't remember who it is by. Moxie, I believe. Or actually, no, that's Reminisce. But, anyways, I just used it because it's not exactly white, but, it still kind of gives you a white background to work on. So this paper here is another scrap piece. I believe this is from My Mind's Eye. That is definitely a company that I need to dig into this year and use some of that stash because I have lots of older My Mind's Eye. I haven't bought My Mind's Eye for a while, but I used to love their collections, and I still have quite a few in my stash that I want to use. So I'm going to definitely be digging through there to get out some other collections that I bought and never even cut into. So here's just making sure it was straight, and I cut that plus paper that's in the background before I realized I was actually going to use the whole piece of it. But it's okay. I pieced it back together. Nobody can really tell. I'm going to use the stitching stamps again, and I'm going to place them around the green paper. I will do stamping around the orange square also. That's where my journaling is going to go, and I'm going to actually add the journaling on a different card. I fussy cut it out, and I'm going to place it on top of that orange card. I just liked the way that it looked popped up. And the way that I'll do that is I will use their labels, clear labels that are stickers. And they go through the printer and you can print on them, and then I can place it right on top of there. I usually don't handwrite on my layouts. I personally just don't like the look of it. I like the look of typed out journaling. And every once in a while, I do write something here or there. So there's definitely examples of my handwriting, but it really doesn't matter to me. I'm not really that big on handwriting things. So there, I finished up the stamping on the green and the orange. Not sure where I disappeared to. But I'm going to come in and start adding a few of the other embellishments before I add more of the stitching. So this is a sticker from the sticker sheet, and it has red stars or white cream colored stars on red. And I want to add all of the colors that are in the collection. So using those strips definitely brings that in. And I fussy cut those strips from that paper or multiple papers. And like I said, I probably do have a couple of scraps left of the papers, but I just tossed them in the recycle bin. I figured this is probably, if I had to guess, it's probably my fourth or fifth layout with this particular collection. So definitely got my money's worth because most of these papers were on clearance when I bought them anyways. This was one collection that I picked up after I came back to scrapbooking after my youngest son was born. I had stopped scrapbooking for a while. I just kind of got burnt out, and my older son was doing lots of activities and stuff like that. I didn't have a whole lot of time to be doing it, so I kind of put it on the back burner. And then when my youngest son was born, I took lots of photos of him, but I didn't really do a whole lot of scrapbooking until he was toddler age and a little bit more independent as far as like playing by himself. But so that was when I picked up this collection here. But there we go. I have a large title piece that says The Boys, and that is from Uniquely Creative. And then I'm going to place more of these strips down here at the bottom. And the cute little photo is of my oldest son and my nephew having a little sleepover, which is funny because we lived in the same house. The only difference was we lived downstairs and my sister lived upstairs, but they would beg to sleep over at each other's house, even though we were in the same house. And usually it was my nephew coming downstairs to my son's room and sleeping downstairs with us, but they always wanted to sleep over and have a little sleepover. So I think it's super cute, and I'm glad I have this photo. I seem to have been doing lots of black and white photos the last few days, and these one, or this one here, I guess, happened to already be printed in black and white. And like I said before, with my oldest son, all of his photos are pretty much printed from when he was younger. And I'm not going to go back and reprint any of them. I'm just going to use what I have. So this is a 4x6. I did trim it down just slightly so that I could fit it on the paper. And since I only had scraps, so now I'm coming in with mixed media stamps after I did the stitching stamp up at the top on the stripe paper, and then I did it down on the bottom on the blue paper. I also did it on the blue paper up at the top. And then I'm coming in with the mixed media stamps and just making it look like splatters, except for it's a stamp instead of actually splattering on the layout. And then my camera cut out, but I went ahead and added acrylic stars and acrylic circles over in each little area where the splatters are. And I love this layout. I think it turned out super cute. It's a cute little boy layout. Little boy's sleeping, and it is definitely one of my favorites. I will go ahead and do my journaling, and then my layout will be complete. And I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Please come back. See you then. Bye.